Okay, now that we have our cards made, it's time to make our holder for them. And I thought it would be fun to make a little pouch. And I saw this idea done by Rachel Tessman. So the first thing you need is you need a piece of 12 by 12. I do not have any more 12 by 12 pieces of the Marvelously, is that what it's called? Marvelously Made, I think that's what it is, DSP. So I pulled out one that I knew I could combine the colors with, and this is the one I'm going to do. Now, there are two sides to this. If you have a direction, you have to think about that because your flowers are going to be sideways. So this will be my outside. So I'm going to take and I'm going to fold this in half. And you have to fold it very carefully. So match up your points, hold it in place. All right. And it's important you use a bone folder. You want good, crisp folds. So use a bone folder. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to open this up, and I have my crease going diagonally. You're going to fold this piece up, and it might be easier to do it this way and then reverse it because I can see the fold lines. But this piece goes up to this fold line, so you've got to get it up there and match it up like so. And again, use your bone folder. All right, so we're kind of doing, if you remembered making paper airplanes when you were younger, it's that kind of idea. All right, so I've got that there. And I've got this here. Mine does not match up perfectly, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so we've got that. Okay, all right. Now, I'm going to go back and refold this piece to the inside, like so. Because the next piece I think I can do, all right, like so. Now, we've got that. And we have a kite shape, all right? Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to fold the bottom point up. So it's about an inch above this line here. And I'm going to match up my score lines. All right. And I'm going to do that. Okay. Got that. This piece then gets folded in. And as you can see, we're getting close to having our, all right, I've got to pull it out a little. These, all right, you want a good point here. These do not have to meet. A little bit of space in there is good. Oh, I forgot a step. All right, once you get this done, what you want to do is you want to take and hold this in place, and it'll realign this because this is now flat, whereas this has a little gap, and you don't want that gap. So just hold this down and then push out so that it flattens it. Now we'll go back to this. All right, so I've got that. All right, then I'm going to repeat on this side. And as it gets thicker, it gets a little bit harder to do because you got a lot of pieces you're dealing with. Okay. And a bone folder helps. Okay. So now we have this shape. And this is almost 5.5. So it's perfect size. Okay. We want to be able to tuck this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it down. And again, I'm matching up my creases. And I'm going to use my bone folder. And then I'm going to fold it back the other way. It's just easier to fold it forward and then backwards. Okay, now time to do some gluing. Okay, so what we're going to do is take your glue and you're going to add some glue here, but not at that point. So stop on where that fold line is. So we're going to glue this down on both sides. And don't put a whole lot, you know, a little bit goes a long way. Just don't go past that point. All right. Now, the reason being, if you go past that point, you'll glue the two pieces together to the back, and you don't want that. All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to glue this piece on, and you only want to glue here because, again, if you glue up here, you're going to glue it shut. You don't want to do that. So let me add some glue here. All right, fold it over, and I'm going to take a few seconds and hold it so that it grabs. All right, like so. When you think it's grabbed, switch to the other side, do the same thing. This is easy to do and a great way to use your DSP. I really wished I had had some 12 by 12 of that paper because this pattern would have been good. This pattern could have been good. There's also this pattern. So if you use this paper to make it, use another piece. Okay, now we've got to glue this piece down. So I'm going to take and I'm going to put some glue on here and glue here. And I got that point. I'm going to fold it to the back and hold it. All right. Okay. All right, I'm just going to hold this down for a minute while I close up my glue. And our pouch is made. Maybe I'm going to put this back in my glue. Okay, like so. Now, you don't want to fold the top down until you put your cards in. And I've got 4 cards and 4 envelopes. And look, I have plenty of room in there. It gives a little bit. Now you want to fold this down like so. All right. And again, I'm going to use my bone folder. And then I'm going to take my cards out so I get it flat. And I'm going to add this. And there's our pouch for our cards. Next week, and as you can see, there's plenty of space. I probably could have come down further, but when you come down further, you get, yeah, I probably could have come down further. So if you want yours down further, do that. But if you have more cards in there, you may not get it down further. But there's the pouch and the cards. Next week, we will decorate this. And I had to choose a neutral pattern so I could come up with a quilt pattern to put on this. So come back next week and we'll make the decorations for the front. Have a great Saturday. Bye.